It took me a lifetime to understand these lessons, but I will share them with you in the next 40 minutes. If I could sit down with my younger self, at 50, 60, even 65, I would have so much to say. I would tell them what truly matters, what doesn't, and what's worth fighting for. I would tell them to stop worrying about things that won't matter in the long run, to stop waiting for the perfect moment, to stop putting life on hold, because time doesn't wait. I've made mistakes. I've wasted years on the wrong things. But you don't have to. You can learn from my regrets and change the way you live right now. So stay with me until the end, because the final lesson, the last thing I will share, could completely change the way you see your own life. Are you ready? Let's begin. The scary truth about time: we have less than we think. Let me ask you something. How much time do you think you have left? How many more years? How many more moments? Most of us assume we have plenty, that we'll get around to things someday, that we'll have more time later. But here's the harsh truth: later never comes. A study found that most of the time you'll ever spend with your parents, your siblings, or your childhood friends is over by the time you're 40. Think about that. The dinner table conversations, the shared laughter, the random late-night talks. Gone. Not because life is cruel, but because time moves faster than we realize. We keep saying, "I'll call them soon. We should meet up sometime. I'll visit when I have time." But the days slip by, then the years, and before we know it, sometime turns into never. And it's not just about family. Opportunities fade. Dreams grow distant. The people we love won't be here forever. How many moments have we already lost? How many more are we willing to let go? Time is not unlimited. But the good news? You're still here. And that means you still have a choice. To stop waiting. To stop delaying. To stop assuming there will always be more time. Because the truth is, the only time we ever have is now. Time waits for no one. It passes whether you notice or not. Time doesn't stop. It doesn't slow down. It doesn't pause so you can catch up. It just keeps going. Whether you're paying attention or not. Whether you're using it wisely or wasting it. Whether you're making the most of your days or just letting them slip away. So let me ask you this. Are you using your time the right way? Are you spending it on things that truly matter? Or are you caught up in distractions? In things that, years from now, won't mean anything? How many days have you wasted waiting? Waiting for the perfect moment. Waiting until you feel ready. Waiting until life slows down? But life never slows down. And time never stops. Every second you waste is a second you never get back. Every moment you ignore is a moment you'll never relive. So, be honest with yourself. If today was your last day, would you be proud of how you spent your time? Because whether you realize it or not, your time is running out. The question is, what are you going to do with it? The biggest mistake: waiting for the perfect time. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll do it, but not right now. I'll start when the timing is better. I'll wait until I feel ready." But let me ask you, when will that be? Because here's the hard truth. The perfect time doesn't exist. It never has. And it never will. Life will always be busy. You'll always have doubts. You'll never feel completely ready. And the more you wait, the more time you lose. Think about all the things you could have started years ago. If only you hadn't waited. That book you wanted to write. That business you wanted to start. That trip you wanted to take. That person you wanted to say "I love you" to. But you told yourself, "Not yet." And now, you look back and wonder why you didn't just start. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Make this moment perfect. Because the biggest regret in life isn't the things you tried and failed. It's the things you never tried at all. And the longer you wait, the fewer chances you have left. So, what are you still waiting for? The truth is, the perfect time doesn't exist. It never has. And it never will. If you keep waiting for everything to be just right, you will wait forever. Life doesn't pause. Opportunities don't wait. And time? It keeps moving, whether you're ready or not. So stop waiting. Start now. Every day you wait is a day you will never get back. Time doesn't rewind. You don't get a second chance at today. So ask yourself, how many more days will you let slip away? The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. You don't grow weak because of age. You grow weak because you stop using your body. Your muscles don't disappear overnight. Your strength doesn't vanish in a single day. It happens slowly, so slowly you don't even notice. One day, you skip a walk. Then another. And before you know it, stairs feel harder. Joints ache more. Your balance isn't what it used to be. And then, the fear sets in. Fear of falling. Fear of moving the wrong way. Fear of getting hurt. So you move less, and every day, you lose a little more strength. But here's the truth, you can get it back. Your body is waiting for you to start again. It doesn't matter if you're 50, 60, or 80. Muscles can be rebuilt. Strength can be restored. And the best part? You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy equipment. You just need to move. Because the biggest regret of older adults isn't aging. It's realizing too late that they could have stayed strong, active, and independent if only they had started sooner. So don't wait. Take that first step today. Your body is the only home you will ever truly live in. You can change houses. You can move to a new city. You can buy new clothes, new furniture, new cars. But your body? You only get one. And yet, most people treat their cars better than their bodies. They schedule maintenance. They change the oil. They check the tires. But their bodies? They ignore the warning signs. They wait until the damage is done. Until it's too late. Here's the truth, your body will age. But how it ages, that's up to you. A simple daily stretch. A 10-minute walk. A few light exercises. These small actions can add years to your life. Not just more years, but better years. Years where you can still move freely. Years where you don't need help getting out of a chair. Years where you feel alive. So ask yourself, how are you treating the only home you will ever have? Are you building strength? Or are you letting it slowly fade away? Because every choice you make today decides how you will live tomorrow. Can money buy happiness? For years, people chase money. Work long hours. Sacrifice sleep, health, and relationships. Because they believe, once they have enough money, they'll finally be happy. But here's the truth, many people reach that point and realize something shocking. They can't buy back their health. They can't buy back lost time. They can't buy back moments they missed with their loved ones. So, does money bring happiness? Or does it just make you comfortable while you're still searching for it? Money can buy security, a nice home, good food, freedom from stress. But it cannot buy meaning. It cannot buy connection. It cannot buy the feeling of knowing you truly lived. So what is real wealth? It's waking up without pain. It's having time to enjoy a sunrise instead of rushing through life. It's the laughter of a friend, the hug of a grandchild, the peace of knowing you spent your life on things that truly mattered. Because at the end of life, no one says, I wish I worked more. They say, I wish I had more time. So the question is, are you chasing money? Or are you chasing a life worth living? The small moments were always the big moments. At the end of life, no one says, I wish I spent more time at work. No one wishes for more emails, more deadlines, more hours in the office. Instead, they say, I wish I had more time with my family. I wish I told my friends how much they meant to me. I wish I had slowed down and truly lived. Because in the end, it's not the big achievements that matter. Not the money. Not the promotions. Not the trophies on the shelf. It's the small, ordinary moments. The mornings you spent sipping coffee with someone you love. The quiet walks where you just listen to the wind. The laughter shared over a simple home-cooked meal. These are the moments that stay. The ones you remember when everything else fades. But here's the problem. When we're young, we don't see it. We rush past these moments. We assume they're just part of everyday life. That they'll always be there. Until one day, they're not. We think happiness is waiting somewhere ahead. In the next achievement. The next milestone. The next version of ourselves. But happiness was never in the next big thing. It was in the small things we overlooked. The everyday moments we didn't think were important. Until they became memories we'd give anything to relive. So, what are you chasing? What are you prioritizing? Because one day, all you'll have are the moments you chose to make time for. And the ones you let slip away. And when that day comes, will you be proud of how you spent your time? Or will you wish that you had noticed the small moments before they were gone? Don't fear aging, fear not living fully. Aging is not the enemy. It's not something to be afraid of unless you stop truly living. You don't lose your value as you get older. You don't become invisible. You don't become less important. The only way you lose is if you stop learning, stop loving, stop growing. I've met people in their 80s who are more alive than some in their 40s. They laugh more. They explore more. They still have dreams. And I've met people in their 40s who have already given up. They say, I'm too old to start something new. It's too late for me. My best years are behind me. But here's the truth. Aging isn't what slows you down. Giving up is. So what's the secret? The people who age well, who stay full of life. They don't stop challenging themselves. They don't stop moving. They don't stop loving with their whole heart. They learn a new skill. They take up a new hobby. They meet new people. They stay curious about the world. They focus on what they can do, not what they've lost. They don't waste time wishing they were younger. They embrace where they are and make the most of it. The truth is, aging is a privilege. A sign that you're still here. Still breathing. Still learning. Still able to make memories. So don't fear getting older. Fear waking up one day and realizing you never truly lived. When is the best time to change? The best time to start was 20 years ago. The second best time? Right now. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start next week. I'll do it when I have more time. I'll wait for the right moment. And then weeks turn into months. Months turn into years. And one day, you wake up realizing you've been waiting instead of living. Here's the truth. There will never be a perfect time. You will never feel completely ready. You will never have enough time. But you do have today. And today is all you need to begin. Want to get healthier? Start with a short walk. Want to fix a relationship? Make the first call. Want to follow a dream? Take the first step. Because time won't wait for you. Opportunities won't wait for you. Life won't wait for you. So the question isn't when will you start? The question is, will you start? Because the longer you wait, the more life you let slip away. If you're hearing this, you still have time. You can't change the past. You can't undo the years you've spent waiting. You can't go back and make different choices. But you can decide what happens next. Every single day you wake up is another chance. A chance to move forward. A chance to grow. A chance to live the life you were meant to live. The past is written, but your future? It's still in your hands. So, what will you do with the time you have left? Will you keep waiting? Or will you start living today? You've heard all these lessons, but they mean nothing if you don't take action. How many times have you promised yourself that you'd start someday? How many moments have slipped away while you were waiting for the right time? Enough waiting. Enough putting things off. Enough assuming you have more time. Because one day, you won't. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Make the call. Take the first step. Say the words you've been holding back. Spend time with the people you love. Take care of the body that carries you through life. Speak the words that need to be said before it's too late. Because at the end of the road, you won't regret the money you didn't make. You won't regret the things you didn't buy. You'll regret the moments you didn't live. So, make today the day you stop waiting and start living.